Hey, what's going on? So, the other day I was listening to CBC in the car. And yes, I do listen to CBC from time to time. And no, I don't eat granola and wear flannel pajamas during the summer. But they asked, how do you know it was a time that fall was fast approaching? And you got different answers. People said from the air smelled different. They knew the CNE tickets went on sale. And of course, less daylight on evenings. So it got me thinking, how do we know what's going to happen in the real estate market coming over the next few months? Mainly the fall market. So what I've decided to do is do a quick prediction / outlook / share my thoughts on a few trends that I see happening in the real estate market for the remainder of the year, more or less, which will be the overall fall market. Because remember, winter doesn't technically start until December 22nd, I think. And I know it's freezing by then anyway. It should be winter from like November, but hey, it is what it is. So here are 4 things that we can bank on and continue to look out for. 1, interest rates. That's a big thing. Interest rates have affected us all in every space of our lives, from lines of credit to mortgages to personal loans, car loans, you name it. We've seen an increase in interest rates. They are going to continue rising. Today, the inflation report came out, and it came out a bit below than expected. But I still anticipate come October 26th or 25th, when the Bank of Canada meets again, we should see another interest rate increase, either another 50 or 75 basis points, which is making things pretty expensive right now. The next thing is prices, which ties right into interest rates. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's definitely a correlation between interest rates and prices. The more interest rates have gone up, the more we've seen prices decrease. But that has to do more with, I would say, overall affordability, because the demand is still there. If you look at payments today versus February, with today's interest rates versus with today's prices compared to interest rates back in February and the prices back in February, guess what? Your mortgage payments are basically the same thing. Yes, they are the same, more or less. They haven't changed that much, which was quite shocking to me. Sales. This was a really interesting one. I expect sales to still remain low. This has to do, of course, with interest rates and prices. You get a note here that everything seems to be tying into each other. But they will still remain low, also due to a lack of inventory. I just read a report today that it stated that in terms of new listings, August was the lowest August we've had. Second lowest we've had in the last 10 years in terms of new listings. So there's still not going to be much out there to sell. And from what I'm seeing out there, there really isn't that much. So I would say there seems to be somewhat of a standoff right now between buyers and sellers when it comes to properties. The last thing I'm going to touch on is the rental market. I just did a video on it, how hot the Toronto rental market is. It is going to continue to be scorching hot throughout the fall market. There is definitely demand for rentals. I just did a rental myself, and we got, I believe, $250 above the last unit that was rented with an extra parking space, and that unit rented almost a month ago. So we saw a pretty nice return in a very short period of time on the rental unit. Who said that supply had nothing to do with, there was no supply problem in the city of Toronto? Because clearly, by the increase in rental prices and the demand for rentals, which were up by, I believe, 26%, and the average 1-bedroom is well over $2,400 a month right now, there's definitely demand, and we're going to continue to see demand in the rental market. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at brantjmorris.com on my website. And if you have any topics you'd like to hear me speak about in the future, hey, leave a post, let me know, and I'll love to take a look at it. Anyway, till next time, have a good one. Bye.